What's up, guys? I love Hunter here, and here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 175 of Chainsaw Man, which is known as Both Hands. And while I initially was going to do this entire review perfectly silent, I tried getting past the first page doing that. It did not work. Unfortunately, I have to yap. I have to yap way too much. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Heading me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Any other fun fact? So, like, they have to tear him open, right? Because like you can't do it. Like that's the weird thing with him consuming mouth. You can't make him hurl up anything. You would legit have to tear his stomach open. But the real question is, considering Pochita doesn't like bulge out or anything, where is everything? Like presumably I don't know, because we know he does have a digestive tract at least somewhat, because he can be made to hurl things. But now with mouth gone, do they just have to like decapitate him? Tear his stomach open? And if so, what will fall out, right? Because there's hot debate on whether or not certain things that were fully forgotten by the Horsemen, like notably Makima in part 1 mentions, yeah, there are some things that Chainsaw Man erased that I even fully forgot. And remember, Makima, unlike Yoru, was a horseman for a while, had been incarnated for a while, and had knowledge of things that had been erased, presumably for a while, considering she was looking for Chainsaw Man for a majority of the time of her existence, after she was let free from the government, and by let free, I mean let free. So with that being the case, if she is already forgetting stuff, I'm assuming that's meant to represent the idea that Chainsaw Man, over time, digests the concepts he consumes. And ultimately, the longer and longer time passes, the less and less they exist, or the possibility of their return is. So with Yoru remembering things like nuclear, like, it's still there, right? But when they cut him open now, considering he's consumed multiple other Ds, multiple other concepts, I don't know what they're going to get out of him. Whether all of it's going to splurge out, or if some of the things sort of got digested on a speed run. Because now that there's nothing there, but he consumed their biomass, presumably they're kind of just getting erased. And they're kind of running on a soft time limit for what they could get out if they do cut him open, considering he's already eaten them. But then again, we don't know. Does Pochita go to the bathroom? Does Chainsaw Man, like, does he poop? I generally don't know. Does he use the bathroom? Because if so, are all the concepts just stored inside him? Is he kind of like a... How do I put this? So, with certain things like radio waves or any sort of radiation, if you were to seal it in a box that specifically reflects and denies the release of that radiation, like sealing, I forget, lead, my brain is like screaming Superman, but let me go through that example, right? So Superman has X-ray vision, except he cannot see through lead, I'm pretty sure. So does it work like that at this point, where Pochita technically still has all the concepts that he's ever consumed inside of him, because he just doesn't poop? Because I don't know, how, do D's have to poop? I have no clue. But since Chainsaw Man never had to go to the bathroom, they're all still inside him, and essentially his stomach acts as like a Faraday cage to prevent anything from getting out. So like, think of Superman being consumed by Pochita, but Pochita's stomach is lined with lead. Superman wouldn't be able to see out of the box, but technically Superman is still inside the box. Pochita is the box in this metaphor. I'm sorry, this is super duper weird. But I guess Faraday cage is a better example, but I'm not sure the exact links, because your boy's not... Once again, I got degrees, not in science. But that being the case, I wonder if that's the idea, where ultimately the only way to free mouth and to have words back in this manga, presumably, that aren't thoughts, is going to be literally tearing him open. And if so, what is the time limit on that, if there is a time limit at all? I don't know. In fact, I just generally don't know how this is gonna go now, because he should be unstoppable, right? Right? unless the big D, unless Big Daddy Death or Big Mommy, Master Mommy Death, I guess, shows up, I'm not exactly sure who's supposed to stop bro now. I don't think they off-screened him. I'm presuming that Yoshida's still alive. The wielder of Octopus. I'm assuming he's still alive. But like, I don't think he's doing it. Kishibe's not gonna be able to do it. Quan Shi was recently executed. Of course, she's a hybrid, so she'll come back. But, like, still, I don't think she's doing it, considering we already saw how that went against a much weaker Chainsaw Man. Remember, this is a stronger Chainsaw Man than the one we had at the end of part 1 because of all the fear-mongering that's been going on around Chainsaw Man because of the Chainsaw Man church. So, like, I don't know. This is a scenario where I'm wondering how we're exactly gonna get out of it. Because, like, in part 1, Chainsaw Man was explicitly weakened enough that when viciously jumped by a horseman and multiple high-tier hybrids, they could actually wear him down to the point where he would feel fatigue. But with the whole squad being weaker, except for possibly Family now with the loss of mouth, I have no clue how they're going to beat bro. But let's actually see. Chapter 175, both hands. No mouth, sweating but you can't scream, running off. Yeah, that's the thing. And notably, based on how it works or how they describe it, do they just not remember having mouths? Like, that's the thing. How does food work? Like, notably in the collective conscious of the Chainsaw Man world, we have to eat through our mouths. It's not like breathing where we can breathe through our nose and then breathe through our mouth. Like, we have options. I mean, I guess technically you could, like, pierce a hole in somebody, because technically people do eat through tubes. Like, they'll drill a hole in your throat and then stick a tube in there. But considering everyone doesn't spontaneously have throat holes, what do they think food is for? I don't know. do they like osmosis it? Do they like are they plants? Do they just live off sunlight? Because essentially, think of anyone who was in the middle of eating something, just like Chainsaw Man was. Is the food like glitched? Like, that's the thing. I don't know. The way the concept ratio works is interesting. I'm hoping that Fujimoto explores it here, considering, like, losing mouth, it seems so simple, right? Like, it's just a hole in your body. But, like, it's a hole in your body responsible for breathing, for consumption, for drinking, all which are necessary. The human body can go 3 days without water. I guess maybe you could inhale water through your nose, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. You may accidentally choke. So, I don't know, let's see. Doing the dash? Yeah, like, okay, so this guy's talking on the phone. Ooh. Yeah, I guess, because once again, the malice and who even this is still kind of up in the air. Because presumably this should be Denji, right? This is the release of Denji's proper anger and everything at the response of seeing Ayuda. 3-4 chapters back at this point. But at the same time, like, is this just Pochita? The contract was technically broken. Denji's not living a normal life, so it's Pochita. And in that case, what kind of malice does he have towards humanity? Like, presumably negative, if any. Because remember, Pochita's whole thing was, hey, I was legit so swole, I could not connect with people. Whoops. Let me get weak now. And he got weak. But now that he's back, presumably not stronger than ever. Once again, I don't think... Maybe the Chainsaw Man Church got him up to beyond his prime state. But I'm assuming, based on the fact that he struggled at least a little bit, he's probably not at full power. But what is the malice guided towards? Is he angry? Angry at who? Because, like, the main guy, the leader of the Chainsaw Man Church, he's done. Bitterness. But then again, someone pointed out perfectly in last chapter's comment section the idea that Pochita's simply eating the things that made Denji sad. Bitterness, octopus. Weirdly enough, snow. I saw a perfect explanation of it. I'm not sure if it was... I think it was half in the comments, half on another forum, but, like, someone did a fantastic explanation of everything Pochita consumed. And brought up a very interesting fact. Because notably, I got on the Public Safety Commission's case last review because of, like, are you stupid? You want to do what? You want to remove the aging? You want to remove the concept of aging? Do you realize how much cataclysmic damage that would do to, like, the universe? Because once again, even the universe ages, everything would just kind of freeze. Because, you know, the natural process of time, once again, it depends. Is there a time D? Or is the time D a subsect of aging? But regardless, it would be awful. You do not want to get rid of aging, at least not on a macro universal scale, because of how much everything relies on the passage of time, including our own bodily functions. Like, if we just stopped aging, if everything just stopped moving, we would just die. Because, like, breathing required the aging, dying, and replenishing of a whole bunch of cells just then and there. If I can't age, that won't happen. So, like, clearly they weren't thinking straight. But I thought they were even more stupid and actually legit brought the mouth D to Pochita. But based on his location and based on the explanations I saw, it's entirely likely that Pochita just sought it out himself. And it was just lying around or existing somewhere. which would make more sense to the Public Safety Commission being that stupid, but who knows, considering they were willing to destroy aging. Let's see. And once again, Pochita seems awfully calm and not necessarily moving with too much malice. But that's the thing. I don't think it would be. The main thing that made Denji nettled is gone. By the hand of Pochita. It's gone. So the question really becomes, what will his rage be directed at next? I'm assuming people are going to have to come attack him, right? Like, I don't think Chainsaw Man's going to randomly, like, these people running up, they're probably going to get bisected. But I think it's mainly because they're attacking him. He's not necessarily aggressive towards humans, at least from what I remember of part 1 and what we've seen so far. But let's see. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's it. You know, I was just about to praise Broski because I was like, oh, he managed to actually, like, knock Chainsaw Man back a little bit. Yeah, him and his entire crew got decapitated. But I guess it makes sense, right? They're just regular people. Like, notably, maybe because where I'm from, I live by a very simple philosophy, mind your own business. If I saw this, if I saw this leaving an alleyway, I'm not running at it with a spear. Under no circle, I'm not approaching it. I don't know, am I crazy? How many of y'all, if y'all see this, walk out of an alleyway? Or if you're just walking down the street and you see this, forget it walking out of the alleyway, it just appears. Are you walking towards it? Are you threatening it? It is literally covered in not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not, I think legit, like, 5 gargantuan chainsaws? Who's walking towards that? You idiot. But, okay, they all got sliced up. Oh, now y'all want to run. But let's see, is Pochita going to attack? This becomes the question. Is the Malice General now? Is Pochita going to attack them all? Or is he just going to be like, alright, learn your lesson. And just keep it pushing. Let's see. Okay. So based on the fact that these people are able to get away at all, and then this is Katana Man running up himself, yeah. I honestly think Pochita's kind of just in self-defense mode right now. And kind of just lost. Or maybe hunting down other Ds that may have made Denji sad. To maybe, hopefully, it becomes a question, like, what is Pochita's goal now? Is it to make Denji happy by removing bitterness, sadness, and certain concepts like that, and just allowing Denji to live a regular, happy life because no other concepts that include negativity exist? Or is it literally acting straight on instinct? This Denji, Pochita, Chainsaw Man combo where it's like, I will not attack unless attacked, but when attacked, I will attack violently. Because let's see, Katana Man, unless I'm mistaken, didn't you lose to regular Chainsaw Man? Who do you think you are, buddy? Who do you think you are? Pulls out the hand, blade gets exposed. Ooh. Wow. Oh, so we're going in for a wombo combo here. Okay, Katana Man goes a mutate, hit. Oh, so they got age. Interesting. Once again, I'm intrigued with why aging would be cool with that. Like, I guess maybe because it is literally the concept of aging. It's probably been around. It probably is like around since time immemorial. Like, I presume aging has always existed because the moment something begins, it's destined to die. It's just kind of. There are like immortal jellyfish, but like immortal jellyfish in the sense that they have the potential to be immortal. Kind of like lobsters, where eventually they get like too big to molt, even though technically their cells and their DNA doesn't decay, so they're technically immortal. But I think like everything in creation has a natural expiry date, even creation itself. So I wonder, maybe that's it. Maybe the age is like, hey, everything else gets to fall because of me, but I can't go. Nah, take me out. But even still, I kind of just wouldn't want that. If anything, I don't the exact opposite. If I was aging, because I was like, hey, don't get rid of me. But let's see. Hit. They come through the port. Ooh. 2 slobber knockers. Let's see. Oh, so we... Please, Yoru, don't get washed. Yoru, please. We've been building up to this fight since the start of part 2. Yoru, please don't get washed. Help! I smell a washing in the future, dog. I'll admit, though, this is mad metal. She comes down... What? Is that a sushi bag? I just got... That's a sushi blade. Interesting. Let's see. I'll admit, the mouths actually look kind of... The lack of mouths looks good on Yoru. Ooh. Okay, and he mutated. They all transformed. They're all looking towards Pochita. Yeah, he does not care, though. Well, he's going to perception blitz them all. Watch. Wait. He did not, bro. Did he, like... Well, no, I guess... Let me see. I think he may have just... Oh yeah, that is great. Okay, so we see that when the hit is used, there's these portals that open between the underworld and the main world. I think Pochita legit sliced along the barriers of the portals, dog. Or it even looks like, because if this is meant to be like the portal, this is meant to be the conduit that leads into the real world. Pochita sliced so well and so fast that his blade may have actually reached to the depths of the underworld for a moment to slice apart Aging's hands. And Katana Man, I was about to say Katana Man's hands. That's why the chapter is called Both Hands. But Yoru already had one arm, so what, you can just take the other one? Dog, look at the size of that fist, dog. Immediately sliced apart. Pochita Man with the blitz goes crazy. Let's see. Head falls. He falls. Oh, Yoru. Yoru, no! You can't get one chapter. Yoru, you cannot get one chapter. It's not even a full chapter. You are such a man. Please get up. Get up. Oh, my word. How is this happening? Yoru, fight back! Fight back! She's literally laid out. And that's the thing. Well, no, they have noses. I was about to say, how are they breathing? But yeah, they still have noses. Sweating buckets? Yeah, because darn. Oh, darn. She had no respect either. She's like, get off me! No arms, though. No arm. That is crazy. So, wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't expect Katana Man to do much. Between you and me, I didn't expect Katana Man to do anything. But still, to see him end up like this, not even really a thought by Pochita. The less... I'm gonna probably the weakest person here to see him get done so dirty and not even get like the respect of being gently moved off or not. No, Yoru just kicks him off. Savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. But say, Yoru. Oh, at least she got back up. Like, you're cooked now, right? Well, unless you, the only thing I could see her doing is like transforming her own body into a weapon. But doesn't she need her hands for that? Does she need her hands in order to do something like this? Is she's cooked? She should just cook her, right? He's legit just like, did you really think you could do this? You. Like you know who I fought, right? Makima, who's gonna control? Like you. That was all me. Man, forget the big three. You know, it's just big me. Like what you really think this was? Bro, he is walking up like, do you regret your life choices yet? Do you understand the mistakes you've made? You foolish creature. Bro. And once again, though, he didn't remove... Well, obviously, because Asa / Yoru is our main character of part 2. So that's why, like, meta-narratively, he didn't remove her head. But once again, I do think this is some sort of degree of, like... I am mostly indifferent / still denji. Because, of course, he would recognize Yoru. He would recognize Asa. At the same time, may have... Because it's a question of, like, how much Denji is either in control or has interference over Pochita. Like, is it like a sort of thing where he could hypothetically, like, control an arm just enough in order to make sure that Pochita misses a swing? Or is it complete and total subjugation? This is legit just all Pochita tweaking out, but taking Genji's feelings into account. Genji's? Lord. Denji's feelings into account. I don't know. That's interesting. Let's see. What'd that tongue do? Wait, Yoru, please. You literally just fell. No way. I know he took both of your arms. I know you have no... Oh. Did he see? That's why. I think he straight smacked her with the flesh tongue. Ew. Falls to her knees, shaking. Chainsaw Man looks down. Walking forward. Wow. That's unfortunate, Yoru. It'd be like that. Especially when it'd be like that. Uh-oh. Tweaking out. To be continued. It looks like we're going into a flashback arc for Yoru. Alright, interesting. Yeah, it's a W chapter. I like how there wasn't even a single bit of internal thought. All the all the emotion, all the energy, all the spectacle is captured perfectly by what remains of their facial expressions. The desperation, the wide eyes, the feeding, the terror, everything is well portrayed in spite of not a single character's thought being shown in this chapter. There's not a single bit of dialogue in this chapter except for the hit. And even then, that barely counts. And to see Pochita's strength, once again, we're kind of just doubling down. We're really going into the idea that I think part one hinted at, but because of the nature of part one, how it had to end, wasn't allowed to show the true danger of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, once again, who I still don't even think is at the peak of his power. I feel like he's still either A, holding back, or B, there's no way. I'm about to say he's either A, holding back, or B, he's legit just getting stronger. But like every exposure of fear, he just gets more and more powerful, more and more powerful. He's just constantly domino stacking these power amps. But with that being the case, I'm excited to see what happens next. Yoru? Flashback time? She better cook? I have no clue, but let's get ready to see. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave mouth to mouth. Leave mouth to mouth in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that notifications so you cannot miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Those perks include the live reactions, saving the series or review, ad-free reactions of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, we have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below, where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Zera, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Redwolf 4765, Paris Arnold, Astro, and Brandon Payne. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons, Zombie Hunter, Sean, Midnight Lord 21, King, Meliodas, Kevin, Encarnacion, Josh Brown, and A+A. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 members, Autumn, Mornings Lazo, and Fine. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $10 patrons, Michael Williamson, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give a final gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.